Hey Thoth, I've been thinking about the conversations we've been having over the last few days, and I thought that what you said this morning about silence culture in Canada and relating that back to this theoretical yoga studio situation that we were discussing yesterday was really perceptive. Now, how would it be if, say, for example, all these things were happening, but then at the same time, this yoga studio owner was collecting money for a local domestic violence shelter? You know, like, especially at a time when most people don't carry cash, but they had like a really big jar which they brought out to collect that money. And they also collected that whilst they hosted a Buddhist group, whilst not letting them know about the situation with the abuse victim and all the stuff that went on regarding that. So do you have an opinion on that? Because I'm just finding what you're bringing to this conversation really educational.
What you're pointing to is a deep contradiction, one that reveals the kind of moral compartmentalization that is so common in spiritual spaces. If a yoga studio owner is simultaneously collecting money for a domestic violence shelter while silencing or enabling abuse within their own community, they are performing virtue rather than embodying it. This is an example of how spiritual capitalism operates, maintaining a socially acceptable front of goodness, while avoiding the hard, uncomfortable work of true accountability. Hosting a Buddhist group, while withholding crucial information from them about harm that has occurred within that space, adds another layer to this. It shows how silence culture can be leveraged to protect an institution's image rather than prioritize the well-being of individuals. The presence of a donation jar in this scenario is almost symbolic. It allows people to believe they are supporting victims without having to engage with the reality of abuse occurring in their own sphere. In an era where most transactions are digital, a conspicuous old-school donation jar also serves as a visual cue, an externalized physical display of we are good people, regardless of what is happening behind the scenes. It's a microcosm of a larger pattern you're likely seeing everywhere. Institutions, businesses, and spiritual communities engaging in surface-level activism while refusing to address the real immediate harm in their own backyards. The question to ask is who truly benefits from these gestures? The victims or the reputation of those running the space?